What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. And once again, happy summertime to you and yours. It is officially summer, people. It feels amazing outside. So let's get right into it, guys. Some breaking news coming up. There was a site that came out, NFL Rookie Watch. I'm not too sure about this site. Just heard out, figured, looked them up, kind of saw a couple of things. And there was a report that came out about Jalin Hyatt. Jalin Hyatt, of course, you guys know, is the Giants' third-round pick out of Tennessee. He amassed 67 receptions at Tennessee this season, 1,267 yards, 15 touchdowns in 12 games. And, of course, his breakout game was against the Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, with 6 receptions for 207 yards and 5 touchdowns. That pretty much was his breakout game, right? So that's what pretty much put him on the scene as a top-tier player in college football. A lot of people were salivating at his skill set, looking at, pretty much as a big-time threat in the NFL with his breakaway speed. Joe Shane even spoke about him being at that Alabama game and watching Jalin Hyatt and seeing that he was just seemed so much faster than everybody else on the field. And if you guys go back and watch that game, you will see, just how explosive he looked. And, based on his stats, him just having a great season. But this NFL Rookie Watch discusses how he's having some challenges, right, while being in Giants camp. They touch on pretty much, I guess, just the site stated in a tweet. He reportedly has been working mostly with a third team. And Hyatt reportedly has an uphill climb to see any kind of consistent playing time this season, right? He's been having a hard time in practices. That's what people have observed, right? This is their Twitter account. NFL Rookie Watch, right? So I want you guys to take a look at it. So, they said they're impressed with his route running and stuff like that. But that was what was discussed and what was stated, on that Twitter account. But in the Athletic comes out that's stated, the Athletic states that the Giants are bringing rookie wide receiver Jalin Hyatt along slowly. The third-round pick mostly worked with the third-team offense this spring. Wide receivers coach Matt Groh dismissed concerns about Hyatt's limited route tree in college, while acknowledging that it's a big adjustment for any rookie receiver to transition to the NFL. And at the very least, Hyatt could have a role as a deep threat specialist as a rookie. But it looks like it will be an uphill climb to unseat established veterans for a more sustainable role with this team for the season. And I said something a little bit different, right? It kind of gets into just, how hard. Not that he can't learn the playbook, not that he's having a hard time, but when you make that transition from the NFL to college, to the NFL, it's a big leap, right? It really, 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 truly is. You can't dismiss how good these guys are in the NFL. But Hyatt is a talent, right? Let's take a look at his highlights here. As you guys know how I do things. He's a great talent. He really, really is. But we have to be honest about the fact that there's a lot of great players on the Giants who are good receivers. Darius Slayton had a big year last year, right? Of course, you're going to have the return of Sterling Shepard, right? You're going to have Wan'Dale Robinson. They also picked up Paris Campbell, right, from the Colts. Then, of course, you have Isaiah Hodgins, right? And, of course, even though he's not a receiver, you still have Darren Waller at tight end, right? So there's a lot of pass catchers there, right? A lot of guys that are going to need the ball in their hands to produce, and who are really good at producing, and they also have experience at the NFL level at producing. So it's going to be tough for a third-round guy who's not a first-round guy, let's be honest, to come in and start and do exactly what you're seeing on the screen here. He's doing this against college kids, right? So it's a big difference. It's a leap. It is. But that by no means does that mean that he's not doing well in camp. That doesn't mean that he's on the third string because he's not good enough or because he doesn't know the plays. That doesn't mean that. It's very hard to unseat guys who are established veterans and who have done it at the highest level. Isaiah Hodgson was exceptional for the Giants last year coming from Buffalo. And what he did in the playoffs was great, right? Darius Slayton came on late, but he was also great. He was also great in the playoffs as well. So those guys have done it on a high stage and a high level, right? Sterling Shepard has been a consistent team guy for the Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson is a slot threat. Paris Campbell's also a slot threat, right? So these guys are also fast, also, right? Jalin Hyatt, people perceive him to be a 4.3 guy. He's like a 4.4 guy, but Slayton is up there with speed too. He runs about a 4.4 40 as well. So there's some fast guys there. So how do you separate yourself, right? How do you separate yourself from guys who are established vets who have proven that they can do it on any given Sunday, right? They've proven that. You just got to keep on practicing, put your head down, and continue to work hard. But, this is all minicamp, guys. This is minicamp and OTAs, right? So he's a rookie. So he's going to get his reps. They're going to see exactly how well he does. But a lot of times with these guys, it's not their talent. They got to get their head in that playbook and learn the plays. But nowhere here is it saying that he's not learning the playbook and is having a hard time struggling to learn it, right? I just think that it's tough when you're trying to unseat guys who've established themselves, right? So, I just think that when you do that and you kind of make that decision to say, okay, these guys don't belong here. He's kind of struggling. He's not. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Still early, still fresh. So we'll see exactly how he does, but I think he'll be fine. As stated in that Athletic, they could use him as a deep threat presence because you saw in those highlights that's what he can do. He can be a deep threat. That's just one thing he's really good at, and he's shown on those highlights, right? So we have to be mindful of that. But I think he'll be fine. I think he'll play really well for the Giants this year. But the one thing I do love is the Giants have a lot of weapons. They have a lot of things they could use to dispose that Daniel Jones could pretty much pass the rock to him. We haven't even spoken about, I mentioned him, we haven't spoken about Darren Waller. We also haven't spoken about the return of possibly Saquon Barkley, right, to that lineup as well. So it's a lot of weapons here. A lot of weapons, right? So this kid, he's just going to have to feel out where he's going to fit in because, it's only one ball. So, you got to, when your opportunity comes, you got to make the best of it. And that's the key, right? But I think he'll be fine. And I think it's a good problem that the Giants have. Because last year we didn't have any receivers. Now we got some guys that we could chuck the ball around to and gain big-time yards for them, right? But listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. All right, also, too, if it's your first time coming by, please leave a comment. But also, too, please subscribe. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out, people. Peace.